afternoon, ladies.
Hello.
Hey, can I have you guys' name? What is your name?
Raylan.
Raylan?
And I'm Regine.
Okay, Raylan and Regine. I'm Miss Cunningham.
Huh? It mixes up all the time.
Oh, do they?
Yes.
I kind of can hear that. Raylan, Regine.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So my name is Miss Cunningham, and I'll be your occupational therapist for the day. Do you guys know what occupational therapy is?
It sounds like working. I don't know if it's supposed to help us like find a job or like help us when we leave here, but I'm not 100% sure.
So they're kind of on the right track. So we help with all of those things. So occupational therapy, we help you guys do meaningful activities, meaningful daily activities. So it can be from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. So it's working, it's brushing your teeth, it's walking, it's hanging out with friends, it's any of those things, budgeting, like what we're doing today. So getting dressed, all of those things is what occupational therapy is here to help you guys do. So we help you do anything that you find meaningful in your life throughout your day. That is what we're here to help you with, okay? So today's activity is going to be about budgeting. So we're going to teach you ways on how to budget. So once you transition from out the transitional home, you're able to budget your money and be able to control your expenses. So that'll be your income, which is the money that you have coming in, and then your expenses and money that you have going out. How does that sound? Okay. Okay, so Raylan, what would you consider your estimated required expenses after reading number 2?
My phone, my rent. That's really it. My phone, my rent, and my phone, my rent.
Okay. And what about you, Regine? Required expenses. So is it?
So I would say rent. Food will count as that, right?
That's just something you have to have.
And then phone bill. Sometimes my mom, she'll help me out a little bit, but yeah, phone bill.
And neither one of you need gas money? You guys, since you're city girls, do you catch the subway or what? Because I'm from the country, so I would need gas money. That's a must to be able to make it to work. So how do y'all travel to work? Do y'all catch?
I got a lot of people I can catch rides from.
Okay, that's good. And what about you?
Sometimes I'll take like the bus, or like my mom comes on the weekend, she'll like pick me up and we'll go places, but I don't drive. I don't have a car anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like you guys said, your estimated required expenses would be important stuff like your cell phone. You need that to communicate. You get your rent, all those things, cars to get to work, all those things are things that you will have to have, that you must spend monthly to be able to operate in life. So that's things that we have to pay for. And then number 3, I'll read, and it's just the estimated discretionary expenses. So discretionary expenses is the money that you have left over for fun, which we all love to do. So discretionary expenses may include clothes, shopping, pizza, gifts, nails, exactly, hair. All of those things are optional. So that's what we call discretionary expenses. They're optional. So those are things that if we have a little money left over, we can use for that. So what would you buy with your discretionary expenses?
My nails. Okay. You can see my nails a little messed up right now,
but it's still cute. And Brandon, what about you?
Me too.
Yeah, so me, I would say a pedicure or maybe my hair. It's something that may have to be done if I have money left over. So that works good. Okay, so now that we know the 3 structures of your budgeting, which is 1, determine your income, 2, your estimated required expenses, and then 3, your estimated discretionary expenses. Those are the 3 things that we would need to do a budgeting list. So now we're going to actually complete a budgeting list. And if you can see, this form right here is an example of a budgeting list of what someone else did. So we can kind of use this as our guide for your actual budget list. And one thing I want to make sure, so if something doesn't apply to you, then you don't have to write in that box. So for
yeah, because I don't have a car.
Yeah, so you said you didn't have a car, so you can just cross that line out or just leave it empty if you want, whichever works for you. So now we're going to actually do the worksheet. We're going to fill it out. So we're going to fill out our monthly budget first, and then we'll pause there, and then we'll come back and we'll do our actual amount, and then we'll do the difference. How does that sound? And we have the calculators to do the differences.
Cause I'm not doing.
And I know that's kind of old school, using calculators, the actual calculators, because now you can use it on your phone and just type it in. So I'm here to help as we fill this out. So I'll be right here by you guys' side as we fill this out. So let's start.
So where should we start?
Okay, let's start at the monthly budget. So estimated income. So how much is, you said you get a disability check. So right here is where you will write your however much that check is. So right, however much, and then you say you get government assistance. So right here where it say wage.
I get paid like weekly, so I would have to multiply
for the month. Okay. Yeah, because we're doing monthly. Okay. So you get your check once a month, right? Yeah. So right here in this box, how much do you get from your disability check once a month?
Maybe I should do 4. 250 times 4, because I get 250.
Right, because we're going monthly.
Okay.
So you would write that in the wages box. And then, do you save? Do you put money in your saving account? If that applies to you, you can fill that out. If not, you can get blank. And then move on down to the expenses. So your estimated expenses. So bills.
So if I get money from my parents or something sometimes, I put that here too?
Usually monthly. Do your parents give you something monthly?
They help me.
Okay, so you can put that in that box, yes. Mm-hmm. And then we can move down to expenses. So if you don't have savings, then you can skip that box and we go on to bills. So taxes from bills, everyone could just use $30 for taxes as they got it here. Because I don't really know how much taxes is right now on certain things. So you can put $30 in the taxes bracket right here. We just use that example, that's 30. And then rent or mortgage, do you guys, once you transition out of here, do you plan on having your own rent or
so
having a roommate?
The home that at least I'm transitioning to, I think it's about like $250.
Okay, so that's what we would put in the rent box, $250. And then utilities, like you said, your cell phone. So how much was your cell phone and electric bill before you came into the transition?
So my mom pays my cell phone bill.
So you don't have to get that out of any of your money monthly. You don't have to pay nothing.
No, she helps with that.
So we'll just leave that NA and go to the next box because you don't have to pay that. Groceries and snacks.
That's hard.
That's hard.
Yeah, because sometimes like certain months I don't shop as much because I don't like to waste food. So I'm going to say maybe like, is this like for the month?
Yeah, that's for the month. So, I mean, on the example they used, they just put $15 out of there. So if you, I know we spend more than that, but let's just, if we had to take a good guess monthly, 700. Okay, let's put a good guess. Let's take a good guess. And then the car payment section, we don't have any cars, so we can skip car payment. You guys lucky, you don't have to pay a car payment, car insurance, gasoline. You skip that whole shabam. And then shopping for clothes, do you usually go shopping for clothes monthly or?
I've been wearing the same things forever.
Okay, so you can put NA for that. That's not really your thing. And then we have other shopping. That could be anything else. So what we say, nails? Yeah, so how much is nails?
So nails will go under other?
I would put under other expenses.
Other shopping? Okay.
Other shopping expenses, I'll put that in there.
I say, so I like long nails. I'm gonna say $60.
Yeah, it can get expensive the longer you got.
I have to sit in there.
I'm lucky we can't wear nails, so I get to save money. And then entertainment, so that's like we said, those discretionary expenses that we love to have monthly. So pizza,
hang out with my friends.
We still going down our monthly column. So entertainment and fun, what would you have your expenses was for that if you had to take an estimated guess?
We're in a pandemic right now, so I don't really go to the movies, but sometimes I like to go walk around.
Oh, just to get a bite to eat.
Yeah. So that can go under there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just take an estimated guess on how much that would be. Always refer back to your example paper. See how much they said. 125. Okay.
You know, I like to go out.
Okay.
I like to go hang out with my friends. So
Okay.
it's a little hefty right there. It's a little 125.
Okay. So now in the orange column it says expenses subtotal. So now we will add up everything from the expenses column. So the blue column on down, we will add all that up with our calculators and put the total of that. And then once we have the total of that, we will take the income subtotal from the expenses subtotal. And that'll tell us our net income.
One more time.
Okay. So from the expenses column on down, we will add all these up, and that will be our expenses subtotal. And then once we get this subtotal, we will take 900 and subtract it from the expenses subtotal to get the net income. So Regine, how are you doing?
Okay. I'm just adding it.
You
I have to add all
add the
this.
expenses column, and then you'll put that in the orange column, so we can have our net income, our monthly net income.
And you said minus it.
Yeah, so it'd be the income subtotal minus the expenses subtotal.
So
We would take the income subtotal minus the expenses subtotal.
okay.
And that will give us our net income for the month.
So I'm not doing that bad.
You have yours. So you have a net income of $480. Wow, that's great. Okay, so now we will do the same thing for the actual amount column. So now we're not taking a guess on what we made. We're really writing down how much it really costs.
Okay.
So your wage and income, that will be the same. If that's exactly what you get monthly, that column will be the same. And then for your interest income, if you have from your savings account, you say your parents put stuff in your savings account. So if that's exactly the same, then those two columns will be the same.
Well, I
How
know.
will I find if it's the same or not?
Like disability check is usually the same amount each month. So that will always be your actual amount. You see what I'm saying? So it doesn't change really from your monthly budget to your actual amount because you use your exact monthly budget as your actual amount, if that makes sense. So you just transfer that to that box and that will stay the same. And then your interest income is it every month is always the same amount or?
No.
So what's the actual amount if you had to give a guess on the borderline each month the amount of interest income?
I say like $5.
Okay. So let's put
$5.
And then we'll go back down to our expenses list and our bills, the actual amount of each bill each month. So taxes from a paycheck, we said with a guess of $30, we could just use that. Rent and mortgage, if we plan on, do we actually have rent and mortgage? No.
No.
So that would be $0 because we're actually in the transition home right now and our rent is free. Or do we pay a monthly fee in the transition home? Do we guys know?
Well, I mean, I think it's.
Is it any expenses for that? Okay, so that's free. So we put $0 for our actual amount for the rent and mortgage because we're not actually paying rent and mortgage right now.
No.
Okay. And then utilities, do we pay utilities here? So that would be $0. We
I still
actually.
gotta pay my phone.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So you want to add just your phone bill? And you don't have a phone, Regine?
I don't pay my phone.
Okay. Yeah. That's exactly right. And then groceries and snacks. You have to provide your own groceries here, or
No, they give us groceries.
But snacks, you know, my own snacks I do have to pay for.
and how much would you actually spend each month on snacks that they offer you to have?
It's not about $50.
$50.
Yeah, since they provide my actual food and stuff now.
Okay, so you can write $50 and Regine, however much you actually
really
spend on
know.
snacks.
Can I just leave it blank? Because I don't know.
Okay, you can get like, and maybe come back to it later if it comes back to your mind. Okay, and then car, we still putting 000. Shopping, do you guys get to go out and shop, or are you always in the home, going from here to therapy and things like that?
Well, they took us shopping when we first got here.
Okay, so how much did you actually spend that day? Let's put that amount.
Okay, I think I spent like $30.
That's not bad. That's a bargain.
Yeah, $30.
Okay. And then fun. Do you guys get to go out and go to the movies or pay for pizza, bowling? Or all of your activities are inside?
They've been inside a lot.
Okay, so let's put $0 for that we're actually spending right now.
Yeah, we do a lot of what's it called? Netflix.
Well, okay.
Yeah,
I
so
like Netflix. Any card games, board games?
Oh, I love some Monopoly.
Oh, Monopoly? Yeah, okay. So actually, Monopoly is a good way to practice budgeting and money coming in and money going out.
Really?
Yeah, so that's a great way. Maybe one day, maybe the next session, we can play a little Monopoly.
Yeah, I'd be really interested.
Okay. So now that we have our actual amount columns filled in of our expenses, let's do the same thing. Let's get our expenses subtotal, and then we're going to subtract the income subtotal from the expenses subtotal to get the net income.
So do we have to like do this all the time? Every time you spend money?
So no, so we are doing it monthly. This is our monthly budget. So you can choose to do it the first of the month, and then you could be done with it for the next 30 days because you just, the first of the month, you know all your bills due, so you can plan out your budget the first of the month, and it lasts, a month lasts to 30 to 31 days. So you won't have to do it until the following month. So doing it once a month helps because it helps you keep track of your budgeting once a month.
Okay.
So doing it every time you spend, no, I wouldn't do that. I would do it at the beginning of the month when your check comes and when your bills are due.
See, I've done budgets before, but it's hard to remember to stay on budget.
Right. But see, this schedule, this worksheet is color coordinated so you can see, and then you can have each month. Each month you guys can make a copy or print this out to put up on your wall or to put in front of you so you can know that, okay, last month I spent this amount. Let me go back and see how much I want to spend this month because I have that much left over. So you're able to keep track of how much money you have going out and how much money you have going in. If you're just doing it off the top of your head, it's sometimes easy to forget.
Yeah.
But if you have it in your face to remind you using the actual worksheet. Do you guys think this worksheet is beneficial?
Yeah, I think so. I usually don't like to keep track of stuff because I have people who trying to like keep track of what I spend my money on. So I don't know.
So a good way to look at this worksheet is that if you stay within your budget and you pay yourself first, which is your money coming in, and you will always be in control of your money and your own stuff. You won't have to depend on no one else to, like you said, giving you money and keeping track of your money. Because if you're able to do it yourself, then you won't need their help. You're able to be independent with the budgeting task. Okay. So now that we have our monthly budget column and then our actual budget column, now we're going to go horizontally and then subtract the budget so we can get the difference from each expense that we have. So that would be, you would take your monthly budget and subtract your actual budget and get the difference. And then so forth and so on. You got that, Raylan? Raylan? And you can use your calculator if you know. So it would be negative because we have 125 subtract 0, so it'd just be 125. So you still in the clear for that.
Oh, I have to do
Yeah, so you'll go across.
each.
Yeah, so, but a lot of yours are 0, so 25 subtract 0 will be 25. 100 subtract 0. So we're going horizontally. So we subtract our monthly budget from the actual amount to get the difference.
Okay,
each month.
this is supposed to be down here, so I missed it. That's 0.
Track our funds.
I'm sorry, I messed up.
That's fine. Take your time. $40.
$60.
And then in the orange column, you add all of the differences up. And then this is the best part, we're able to see our discretionary expenses.
What does that mean?
So discretionary expenses are when you have money left over. You can spend on things that you want to spend it on. The fun things. So you got your number?
Yes.
Okay, what's the difference?
Am I 470?
470. So at the end of each month, if you do your monthly budgeting, subtract your actual amount, then you will be left over with $470 a month.
That's cool.
So what would you do with that all the extra money? If you budget right.
Well, probably get my nails done.
We want to save some of it, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe get my hair done, and some other things.
So what other meaningful activities would you say that you want to?
I don't know.
We're gonna think on it. I'm gonna come back to you, okay? I'm gonna buy a car so you can get to work on your own or get your own place.
Maybe.
I'm gonna go take my girls out, have a little fun. I told you I like to go entertain, so I might go do that, and then I might save something.
So you wouldn't want to do it the other way around. So the purpose of having our difference in the amount left over, we want to do occupational therapy, help you do things that are meaningful to you. So hang with your friends, that is meaningful, but also we want to save and kind of be able to be independent on our own once we leave out of transition home. So what are some things that you would do to help you once you leave the transition home, to be independent and not have to borrow money from your parents or from another spouse to do it on your own? What's one major goal you would have to do with your extra money?
I probably should have a car since I don't have my own right now.
Okay. And with $575 left over, you'll get that car really quick, right? You'll be able to go to work, not have to wait on the ride.
Right. Exactly.
Be motivated to go to
Because
work.
that really does limit me a lot, because I have to wait on other people to get me to other places.
Exactly.
So.
Well, I used to have a car, and then my parents are holding it for me. So I had a car, but I got in some trouble driving, so I have to pay some things back. So I probably would use that to pay some fines I might have, and then maybe try to get my car back, because I do miss my car. So.
Right. And then you could be independent and go to the places that you have to go, such as work or shopping, all of those things that you like to do. Okay. So you guys did great with this activity. Do you have any questions for me or about budgeting or how to complete this monthly budget worksheet when I'm not around? And I can always make you guys more copies of these to take with you.
I do like this. You think you can make it like in different colors?
Yeah.
Sure, I can.
Yeah.
I can go back and make it different. So next time I come, we can do it in a different color. So you have your pink and purple. Okay, purple. Purple is your
I
favorite
like
color?
purple, yes.
Okay, so what about you? Same?
Pink.
Okay, so I have it in pink for you.
This was nice. I liked it. I know if you get it at first, I was a little nervous, but I think this will be good. Especially now that I know I can possibly get my car back.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Once I get this math together, I don't think it'll be as bad as what I'm thinking it is right now.
Right. Because the math isn't really that bad. The calculator really does it for us. We just have to take our time and type it in correctly.
Yeah. And now that I see how much I actually have, it's like, wow, where does all my money go when I have this?
Right.
When I actually do have a lot more money.
Right,
than I
exactly.
think.
So, the first rule of budgeting we always want to remember, to spend less than you earn. And that way you can track your income, that's the money that you have coming in, versus your expenses, the money that you have going out. And usually if you write it down on paper or you're using these worksheets, you're able to keep better track of it, and then you can, like you said, better manage your money to get the things that you want back. I enjoyed y'all.
thank you so much.